Okay, welcome back to a new video. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, leave a comment down below on your thoughts down below, and let's get straight into it. The Nets. The Nets had championship hopes. People were already crowning them the champs when they made the acquisition for James Harden, made a lot of offseason moves to form that big three, but they couldn't get the job done. The Bucks did beat them. Kyrie and Harden were both unavailable. Harden was more hobbled in the playoffs, but we got to talk about the main reasons why they failed and why I did believe that they were going to lose. First, I want to give a quick shout out to Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant looked like the best player in the playoffs because LeBron was out. But when this man is healthy, I think he's proved that he's a top 3 player on the planet right now. Played out of his mind, balling tremendously, the best offensive talent we've ever seen collectively. And if it wasn't for his freakishly long feet, that bucket would be a 3 and not a 2. But we can't talk about hypotheticals. We have to talk about the now. And the now was they did lose the game. And this is what people fail to realize. Injuries are a part of basketball, but the main thing is you try and get as healthy as you can at the right time and have depth to where if you are injured, other players can step up. When you go after a big 3 of Kevin Durant, Kyrie, and Harden, to acquire that, your depth and your picks and your acquisitions are going to be gone. So their bench wasn't the best. They did find some diamonds in the rough, but they didn't have the right pieces to help form this team when they do get hurt. Speaking of hurt, Kyrie, where are you? Kyrie, it seems like a common thing now that you are going to be injured at least once a year, and at least in the playoffs. That's not a good stigma to have attached to your name. You were a generational type player, all-star type player, phenomenal scorer. This team needed you, and you weren't there. You weren't available. We've seen this story before. I wish Kyrie nothing but the best. I wish he was healthy, because if Kyrie was in this series like he was in the beginning, the Bucks would not be in the Eastern Conference Finals right now. The Nets would be, because Kyrie Irving's a flat-out baller. You have 2 of the top 10 best scorers. You have 3 of the top 10 scorers in a series. You're going to win. And if it was just Kyrie and KD, they're still winning that series. Kyrie, we need you to be healthy. You're a phenomenal talent. But it's like a story that we see every year now. You're getting hurt, and it's not good. Harden, you're next. James Harden. When you force your way out of a team that has done nothing but good to you, made the right picks around you, made the right moves around you, and you force your way out saying, I can't win here, and you pick where you want to go, and you pick it with another MVP and then another all-star type player, you have to be there when it counts. You have to deliver. I know he was injured, so I'm going to give him a little bit of a pass. But he wasn't that. He still played. He still felt good enough to play, and he was underwhelming. He was not the second star that KD needed. And that's another part of Harden's career. That's 2 years in a row, I believe, he was injured at certain times during the season. And that's another mark on his playoff resume to where people were counting on him to get it done, and he either wasn't there or he was not counted. You couldn't count on him to get the W. Harden, that's a bad stigma to have with your name as well. But he's James Harden. If he plays like James Harden, the Nets are winning the championship. If he played like James Harden, if he was 80% of James Harden during that series, the Nets are winning that championship, and it's not hard to see. The Nets, I know as a roster, they don't have the best bench compared to them, and coaching you could talk about, but those 3 alone, if they had 2 out of the 3 of those players, the Bucks would not be in the Eastern Conference Finals, and that is the main reason why I think they failed. But you cannot solely blame it on injuries. You have a new head coach. You have 3 new players that haven't played together. You have a new system. You have a lot of heads in that organization, new heads. You have a okay bench. You don't have the great bench. But the main thing was availability. This team, I believe, going into the playoffs only played 8 games together. That is not a winning formula. You're not going to get it done if your 3 best players only played 8 games together. I didn't even think they needed all 3 to win. I think they needed 2, and they didn't even have 2 for the majority of the season playing together. That is not good, especially in the playoffs. All you needed is 1 other person. But in conclusion, the Nets, the main reason why they failed is injuries, because of Kyrie, because of Harden. And I'm not taking it away from the Bucks. But if the Nets weren't injured, they're winning the series. Harden and Kyrie, you need to be available next year. If I'm the Nets, I'm not batting an eye at a Kyrie Irving trade deal. I'm not batting an eye at forming a package together to get back some of that depth, get back some of my pieces for Kyrie Irving. Because Harden and KD, if they're both healthy, a top 3 duo in the league. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to my channel, and make sure to comment down below if you agree with me. What's your thoughts on the Nets or why they failed? And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.